Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Monday Market Update with me, Roy May of Bach Realty Group here in College Station, brokered by Real. As you can see, I'm dressed a little different because of the cold front that came through and the fact that I'm an absolute weenie in the cold. So I'll see y'all back outside again in April, late, or maybe July. As with every week, a special thanks to Mitchell Cleckley over at Pilgrim Mortgage for helping me put this together, really to help y'all better understand the current situation in the market. Today, I've got some significant developments to discuss with y'all, from changes in inflation to the housing market's performance. We'll take a look at the recent GDP growth, and we'll explore kind of what all this means for you and your finances. So let's just go ahead and get going. And I'm going to start with a topic that's been on everybody's mind for what seems like an eternity now, and that's inflation. September's personal consumption expenditures, the PCE report, revealed a trend that many have been hoping for, and that's a decrease in inflation rates. The headline inflation rose by 0.4%, but on a year-over-year basis, it held steady at 3.4%. The crucial one, the core PCE, and that's the method that's preferred by the Fed because it removes like the volatility from food and energy prices. It increased by 0.3%, but the annual reading dipped from 3.8 to 3.7%, and that marks its lowest level in 2 years. Now, these numbers demonstrate a significant decrease in inflation since its peak last year when the headline was at 7.1%, which is completely insane when you think about it. And the core reading was at 5.6%. It's also completely nuts, but at least we're starting to see true improvements kind of in the year over year since last year. Moving on to a bit broader economic landscape, the first reading of the third quarter 2023 GDP, the gross domestic product, revealed a robust growth of almost 5%, and that surpassed estimates. Now, the surge in consumer spending, inventories, and government spending played a role really in this positive outcome. But it's important to remember that these figures are subject to revision in the coming months, just kind of like we've seen with the job reports. And while the strong GDP reading is promising, the sustainability of this growth remains uncertain, with really potential implications coming for the fourth quarter of, things could slow down. Next, I want to touch on the job market and how right now it's kind of presenting a mixed picture. Initial jobless claims increased by 10,000 last week, so that's with 210,000 new claimants. Now, on the surface, that may seem like a concerning trend, but still, it's important to note that, this figure remains near lowest levels we've seen this year. The real story emerges from the continuing claims, and that increased by 63,000. And this indicates that almost 1.8 million people are still receiving benefits after filing their initial claims. Mm-hmm. Now, what these statistics suggest is that while employers are still keen on retaining their workers, it's becoming more challenging for individuals to find new employment once they've been laid off. So that hints at yet another possible slowdown in hiring. Turning our attention to the housing market, and remember, this is a snapshot at the national level. If you want information about local trends in and around BCS, shoot me an email or text and let me know what information you're looking for, and I'm happy to get it to you. Pending home sales rose a little over 1% from August to September, and that is certainly a kind of a welcome sign of resilience, given that they were 11% below the previous year's level. While elevated mortgage rates have, obviously caused some buyers to delay their home search or put a pause in the process, the tight inventory remains a challenge in the housing market. The chief economist for NAR, the National Association for Realtors, pointed out that increased supply is crucial to revitalizing the housing market. It's no secret that inventory still stands at historically low levels. However, new home sales are suddenly soaring with over 12% rise from August to September, and that marks the highest level in a year. These strong numbers are attributed to the lack of available existing homes for sale, and that's really having to prompt buyers to explore new construction options. Now, it's worth noting that of the 435,000 new homes available for sale that were at the end of September, only 75,000 of those were completed. The rest were either under construction or hadn't even been started yet. So this tight supply of both existing and new homes, it continues to support the elevated home prices that we're seeing. It's really simple supply and demand. And then you include that, not everybody can move during the summer. Life events, no calendar, quite frankly. So in summary, these economic updates really reflect kind of an ongoing complex financial landscape, so to speak. And I know that's kind of some word salad, but it's true. We're seeing progress in inflation moderation, but we're getting mixed signals in the housing market. We have strong GDP growth, but then possible hiring slowdowns. So as we look ahead, all eyes really are on the upcoming Fed meeting, where we hopefully will gain some insights into future monetary policy decisions, including a possible rate hike. They haven't said it's out of the question. The key thing to remember, though, is that understanding and kind of keeping up with these economic trends are going to help you stay informed and make informed decisions for your financial future, no matter what market you're currently operating in. As always, thanks to Mitchell over at Pilgrim Mortgage for helping on this. I hope you all have a happy and very safe Halloween, and we will see you next time.